Bernie Sanders was running for change also, and that's very, very important there. What will happen as the aftermath of all this mess? Well, as David Stockton, he used to be management and budget and in the Reagan administration, a major critic, later trickled down. He's written a lot of books and what have you on that, saying that DJ Trump will be a disaster for the economy. The Republicans, they have a debt ceiling coming up. They're going to have to do something about it. If they don't do anything about it, the U.S. will default. Now, Trump has floated the idea of doing a default and then perhaps taking the $20 trillion in debt and having settling it sort of like a bankruptcy. Now, other nations have done that before, Argentina, etc., but your credit rating goes down and borrowing costs will be more in the future. So a very dangerous road to go down in the process of Trump's grand design there for something like pennies on the dollar. I'm not sure, maybe 25 cents on the dollar when you're talking about $20 trillion worth of debt. Very, very difficult to do. Now, in the interim, the markets have all fallen down drastically. Let's look at the markets here. We'll go to a different screen to look at the markets. But the markets are in turmoil. I think the Asian markets, fortunately, have closed. We'll go to the BBC to do that and look at where the commodity markets are today. They're all down, no doubt about that. But we'll just look at it. This is the sign to come, as they say. Shocked. Many of the analysts were no doubt shocked here, but the BBC still has it at 245. But the headline is here: Trump edges closer to victory. Markets brace for a day of volatility. No doubt about that. Be a lot of volatility going on here. Trump has his fist raised as he is getting into his car, surrounded by the Secret Service. In the UK, futures were down 3.5%. The FTSE is likely to have not a very good day at all. For investment, they'll wake up to news that Mr. Trump is set for victory. No doubt about that. Very similar to what happened in June. But this is totally different from June. One has to understand, some pictures of little Hillary and little Trump. It's a totally different situation. There had been one of the things here, of course, the polls were all over the place with the Brexit vote, but at the same time, dollars already weakening against safe haven currencies as the Japanese yen. So, in other words, things are not the ultimate. Sales haven't done it anyway. Sterling is also strengthening. That's the British situation there. Many investors are unclear about the economic direction of a Trump presidency, both domestic and worldwide. Well, it changes too with every day that Trump wakes up. Now, where will the Fed stand in this? Well, very, very difficult to tell on that. We'll have on Numbers Man a special report where we'll talk about the outcomes of this from a macroeconomic standpoint. I think on Thursday we'll be with the Moody's people, and we'll talk about they will present their version of what is will occur. Let me just get the markets here. We'll go ahead and do this while we are bracing here, so to speak. But back to it, no, it was not an unexpected situation. It was one of those situations that we knew was coming. At least from our models, we understood that this was going to happen with DJ Trump. The odds, many people ask me about that, the odds being 50-50 or less. So in other words, we were not in a very good position to start out with Nate Silver, and many of the polls, if you recall, were in the margin of error. In other words, 3.5 or whatever, they were there. The BBC Global, this is on Wednesday, is down in the negative 61.06. And the rest of them on Tuesday, we won't give those. We will deal with, in Sydney, they're down 103.90. The Nikkei is down 919.84. In Hong Kong, the Hang Seng is down 590.32. In Shanghai, this is on Wednesday. And these are the only Wednesdays. We'll look quickly at commodities. Not good. Tomorrow is going to be a lot of leading around, no doubt about that. Brent crude's down 15 cents at $46 here. Wait a minute. It's down, at 40. The spot, this is on Tuesday. We don't have Wednesday yet, so they were already down. West Texas crude, $44.94. It was down a nickel. Gold was down on Tuesday. We don't have anything on that. Dubai gold was down $4.40 at $1,277. So we really don't have anything here. We'll have to return to do this. One more quick look at Reuters. I'm just noticing if the AP has done what they should have done a long time ago, or they're waiting to make their declaration. Well, they have not yet did their declaration. Trump's Wall Street fans cheer as Mark. Anyway, oil tumbles as his lead there. Well, it's there. Let's see. Clinton campaign manager tells rally supporters to go home, and we'll wait for the votes to be counted. Well, there is a night situation there. There are still some votes out there, but with Pennsylvania being called, you have Michigan, and we'll take one more look at Michigan as we move through here. Detroit Free Press. If we have anything else in the state of Michigan to report to you. Well, they have Trump inching even closer at electoral votes at 266 at 118. He has 56 million votes. She has 55. So you can kind of see how the popular vote is going here. Not well there. And Trump is still holding on with 48.9, 47 for her. And we don't know how many precincts are left out there, but as you can see, it's not a rosy situation in Michigan. We'll take one final look at Milwaukee, from the Milwaukee Sentinel. I guess the headline is Trump is poised to win the presidency. Basically, here is what they have. They don't have their results in as of yet, but the problem here is that we're just in a situation here where there's just not enough votes left. Feingold lost tonight, so in other words, it's a situation which not rosy in Wisconsin. We'll get these totals up here. Ron Johnson, evidently 51 to 46% for Russ Feingold in the Senate race in Wisconsin. Let's see here. Paul Ryan won re-election with 65%, and Glenn Moore won re-election there, and Mark Picant, I guess, won his seat in there, and we won't get to the state senate. I don't know what we have. The presidential results here. Well, we definitely will not come back after 8. The state assembly, this is just sort of Wisconsin going through here, and this is basically all that we have. And let me see. 98% of the, according to this, precincts in Wisconsin have reported in. I assume they're coming very slowly out of Dane County. This will do it for us at 2:31 in the morning. We'll return on some of these outlets and sum up this this day. Has been a very, very hectic day, no doubt, for very many people. A very disappointing day for other people out there. A tragic day, no doubt, for the country, as Bernie Sanders would say, but this is unfortunately one of those things that happens in the American political makeup. Good morning, and have a pleasant good morning. I'm not sure how pleasant it'll be, but nonetheless, we'll be looking at this. We'll look at the economic situation. What is more important than anything else at this stage of the game is to understand what happened, why it happened, and look at it dialectically. Out of this, something positive will come if no more than progressive people in this country will get organized. Bernie Sanders has talked about that, and his ongoing revolution out there. As far as blaming Johnson and Jill Stein, forget about that. Their small percentages would not have made up in Pennsylvania or in Florida at all. But there will be no doubt much picking apart, looking at exit polls, etc. in the coming days out there. It's important to keep the Fight for 15 going, and the Black Lives Matters operation, because what's going to happen now, no doubt, profiling of people of color will increase. The Supreme Court will be packed with a new crop of right-wing justices. They have 4 years to play with this. And the court is very, very difficult to get rid of. In 2 years, you can do something about the congressional races, and this is the time to start preparing for those and get some candidates, like in Ohio. They were running former Governor Strickland. He's 75 years old. A new generation has to come. Campaigns have to address the people and then look at what happens, because now Trump and company will have to govern the United States of America. Not an easy task. The economy is tenuous at best going into the fourth quarter, what we call Q4. This is the holiday season. Will consumers be in turmoil and hold back? Those are questions we'll be answering. Good day.